Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Motive English, where learning English is easy, fun, and motivating. I'm Alex.
Hi, Alex. Hi, everyone. I'm Emma, and I'm so happy to be here with you today. How are you feeling, Alex?
I feel great, Emma. The sun is shining, and it's a perfect day to practice English. But I have to admit, I'm a little tired, too.
Oh, tired already? It's only the afternoon. What made you tired today?
Well, I had a very busy morning. So many things to do, emails to answer, and calls to make. But talking to you now makes me feel relaxed.
That's the power of conversation, Alex. Speaking English is not only about words, it's about confidence and connection. When we talk, we practice, learn, and even smile at the same time.
Exactly, and that's why we are here. We want to help you speak English confidently, even if you are just starting. Every word you say, every sentence you try, brings you closer to fluency.
Today, we are going to share stories from daily life, funny moments, and simple tips that will make your English better and your learning more fun. You'll see how small actions like saying hello or telling a story can improve your confidence and help you connect with people.
And don't worry if you make mistakes. Mistakes are part of learning. Even we make mistakes sometimes, but that's how we improve. The most important thing is to try, speak, and enjoy the process.
So, before we begin, we want to give you a small challenge. Smile at someone today, say hello, and try one English sentence. It can be as simple as good morning or how are you?
That's right. And remember, every time you practice, you get stronger. Just like exercising your muscles, practicing English grows your confidence.
Are you ready to join us on this journey? Let's have fun, learn new words, and discover how speaking English can be easy and exciting.
Let's go. Start speaking, start learning. And remember, you are improving every single day.
Alex, do you know why talking in English is so important? Many learners feel nervous or shy, but the more you speak, the more confident you become.
That's true, Emma. Speaking is the fastest way to improve. Listening and reading are important too, but when you actually speak, you train your brain and your mouth to work together.
Exactly. And it doesn't matter if you make mistakes. Every mistake is a step forward. Even native speakers make mistakes sometimes. The key is to try and keep talking.
One simple tip that helps a lot is your body language. Stand tall, smile, and look confident. Even if you feel nervous inside, your body sends a message that you are ready and capable.
Smiling is magical. When you smile, people respond positively, and you feel better too. It makes conversation easier and more enjoyable.
Another tip is to start small conversations. You don't need long sentences at first. Try saying simple things like, "Hello, how are you?" or "I like your shoes." Small steps make a big difference.
And remember, every conversation is practice. Talking with friends, family, or even in the supermarket is a chance to improve. You learn new words, new expressions, and new confidence.
For example, yesterday I tried talking to a new colleague. I said, "Hi, how was your weekend?" Just one sentence, but it started a conversation, and now we talk every day. Small steps, big results.
And when you feel nervous, practice in front of a mirror. Look at yourself, smile, and say a few sentences out loud. It sounds simple, but it builds courage and makes you feel more comfortable when talking to others.
So, remember, every word you speak is progress. Stand tall, smile, and start a small conversation today. That's how your English and your confidence grows every day.
And don't forget, learning English is not just about words. It's about connecting with people, sharing ideas, and enjoying the moment.
Yes, so let's keep practicing, keep smiling, and remember, confidence grows one conversation at a time. Emma, let me tell you about my busy morning at work yesterday. It was really intense.
Oh no, Alex, what happened?
Well, my boss, Mr. Roberts, had a big meeting with the whole team. Everyone had to attend. We talked for 3 hours about a report full of numbers. It was stressful.
3 hours? That's a long time. I know some people find meetings boring. Were you bored?
A little, yes, but it was also very important. We need that report ready by Friday. So, even though I was tired, I had to focus and work hard.
I understand. Sometimes work can be stressful, but you always find a way to stay positive, right?
Yes, and I try to add a little humor to the day. For example, my colleague Tom, he's very tall and always tells jokes, was working with Sarah. She's new in the office, very quiet and focused on her tasks.
Oh, I see. So Tom likes to talk and Sarah likes silence. That sounds like a funny mix.
Exactly. Yesterday, Sarah looked a little frustrated because Tom was showing her 50 photos of his cat, Ginger. She just wanted to finish the report.
50 photos? Poor Sarah. I can imagine her face.
I knew I had to do something, so I used our confidence and problem-solving tips. I went into the coffee shop, bought a big coffee for Sarah, a coffee for Tom, and some chocolate cookies.
Ah, cookies. That always works. Did it help?
It worked perfectly. I walked to their desks, stood up straight, smiled, and said, "Time for a cookie break."
That's great. A smile and a small gesture can solve many problems.
Yes, Tom stopped talking about his cat and started enjoying the cookie. Sarah was happy for the break, and they started discussing the report together. It was a small victory, but it made a big difference.
That's a fantastic example, Alex. You used kindness and humor to solve a problem and help your colleagues.
And the lesson for our viewers is simple. Even at work, small actions make a big impact. Saying hello, sharing a smile, or offering help can create a positive atmosphere.
Yes, and the English words you can learn here are work, meeting, report, stressed, colleagues, funny, busy, focused. These are words you can use every day at work.
Exactly. And if you ever feel stressed, take a small break. Walk around, smile, breathe deeply, and remember, you can handle your tasks step by step.
That's true. And even when work is busy, you can find moments to laugh, share, and make the day better for yourself and others.
Right. And practicing English at work is also a great way to improve. Try talking to your colleagues in English, even short sentences like, "Good morning. Can I help you? Let's work together on this task."
Small conversations help you build confidence, just like Alex did with his coffee and cookie plan.
So remember everyone, even in a busy and stressful day, you can find fun, solve problems, and practice English at the same time. Small actions, big results.
That's a wonderful lesson. And for our viewers, don't forget to use these English words at work. Work, meeting, report, stressed, colleagues, busy, focused.
Perfect. And next time, we will share another story from family life. But for now, take a moment to smile and think, what small action can I do today to make my work easier and more fun?
Alex, now it's my turn to share a story. This one is about my family, and it's very funny.
Oh, I'm excited. I love funny stories. What happened?
Well, last weekend I went to visit my parents and my brother, David. He wanted to surprise everyone by cooking dinner for my parents.
That's sweet. Cooking for family is always nice. What did he make?
He tried to make pasta with tomato sauce. Sounds simple, right? But things didn't go as planned.
Oh no. What happened?
David was talking on the phone while cooking. He forgot about the pasta on the stove. When he finally remembered, the pasta was very soft, almost like soup.
Mushy pasta? That's not dinner anymore. It's a disaster.
Yes, and it got even funnier. He tried to fix the sauce, but instead of salt, he accidentally put sugar in it. Can you imagine? Sweet pasta?
Sugar? Sweet pasta? That's hilarious. What did your parents say?
My father took a bite and his face was priceless. He said, "David, is this a dessert or dinner?" We all laughed so much. Finally, we gave up and ordered pizza.
That's a great story. Even when something goes wrong, you can laugh and enjoy the moment.
Exactly, and that's one of the lessons for our viewers. In life, not everything goes perfectly. Mistakes happen, and it's okay. You can always find something funny or positive.
And it's a good way to practice English, too. You can describe feelings, reactions, and mistakes. For example, I was surprised. I felt embarrassed. We laughed a lot.
Yes, these words help you express emotions in English. You can tell a story about your day, your family, or your friends using simple sentences like these.
Also, this story teaches vocabulary about food in daily life. Cooking, pasta, dinner, sugar, salt, dessert, soft, mistake, funny, laugh. These words are very useful for beginners.
And another tip, when telling a story, you can add details. Like I said, he was talking on the phone while cooking. Small details make your English more natural and interesting.
Absolutely, and using your feelings makes your story real. Words like happy, tired, surprised, embarrassed, funny help your listeners connect with you.
So remember everyone, even if you make mistakes, laugh, enjoy, and practice English by telling your story. It's fun, it's educational, and it builds confidence.
Yes, and when you tell a story, try to use new words you've learned, like the ones we just mentioned. You'll remember them better, and your English will improve faster.
So today's lesson is, funny moments in life are perfect opportunities to practice English. Talk about your family, friends, or small mistakes. Every story is a chance to learn new words, practice speaking, and express feelings.
And always remember to enjoy the moment. Even mushy pasta or sweet sauce can teach you something new. Laugh, practice English, and share your stories with others.
That's right. Life is full of small, funny experiences, and talking about them in English makes learning easy, natural, and enjoyable. Alex, I have another story for today. This one is about my friend Maria. It's funny, sweet, and teaches an important lesson.
I'm ready. I love stories about friends. What happened to Maria?
Well, Maria met someone new in a very unexpected way at the supermarket.
Really? At the supermarket? That's unusual. Tell me more.
Yes, she was looking for red apples in the fruit section. Suddenly, the bag she was holding broke and the apples fell to the floor.
Oh no, that must have been embarrassing.
It was. She turned red in the face and tried to pick up the apples as fast as possible. But here's the funny part. Leo, a man nearby, saw what happened. Instead of laughing in a mean way, he helped her pick up the apples.
That's very kind. And I guess that was the beginning of something special?
Exactly. Leo started a friendly conversation while picking up the apples. He said, "You have very good taste in apples. These are very red." Maria laughed, and they went to have coffee together after that.
So a small action helping someone pick up apples led to a new friendship.
Yes, and now, 1 year later, they are getting married.
Wow, that is amazing. A small, kind action turned into a lifelong relationship. That's the lesson for everyone. Even small actions can lead to big results.
And it's also a great story to practice English. Look at the words you can learn. Supermarket, fruit, apples, bag, broke, friendship, meeting, coffee, wedding, laugh, red, help.
Stories like this help learners understand how to describe situations, actions, and emotions in English. You can tell your own story about meeting someone, helping a friend, or making a mistake.
Exactly, and you can use simple sentences to make your story clear. For example, I met a new friend at the supermarket. The bag broke and the apples fell on the floor. We laughed and drank coffee together.
Also, notice how using details makes your story more interesting. Saying red apples instead of just apples, or friendly conversation instead of just talking helps your English sound more natural.
And when telling a story, it's important to include feelings. Maria felt embarrassed at first, but then happy and excited. Using words like embarrassed, happy, excited, surprised makes your English richer.
Another tip, try to add a small lesson at the end of your story. For example, we can say, helping others is a small action that can change your life. It makes the story meaningful and motivational.
That's perfect. And remember, learners, Don't be afraid to tell your own stories. They don't have to be perfect. Use simple words, short sentences, and details. Every story helps you practice English.
And don't forget the lesson from Maria and Leo. A small action can have a big impact. Helping someone, smiling, or saying hello could lead to something amazing in your life.
So today's message is clear. Enjoy life, notice small opportunities, and speak English whenever you can. Every conversation, every kind action is a chance to learn and grow.
And your viewers can practice the vocabulary while sharing their own stories about friends or social events. Words like meeting, friendship, coffee, supermarket, help, laugh, wedding are very useful.
That's right. So next time you go shopping, don't just buy apples. Maybe you'll meet a new friend and have a story to tell in English.
And remember, small actions, kindness, and speaking English every day can make a big difference in your life and your learning.
Alex, after all the busy work and fun stories, what are your plans for the weekend?
Well, Emma, I have a personal goal. I'm saving money to buy a new bicycle, so I'll stay home, practice English, and watch a few educational videos.
That's great, Alex. Saving money is not easy, but it feels good when you reach your goal. How are you saving?
I have a bicycle jar. Every time I want to buy an expensive coffee or snack, I put the money in the jar instead. It's simple, but it works.
That's very smart. And practicing English at home is free and very useful. How do you practice?
I practice in front of the mirror. I stand tall, smile, and say sentences like, "Hello, my name is Alex. It's a pleasure to meet you. The weather is nice today, isn't it?" It may feel funny, but it helps me feel confident when I talk to other people.
I do something similar. I like to review my goals for the week. For example, I plan my shopping for the wedding I'm attending next month. I make a list, check prices, and make sure I stay within my budget.
That's a perfect example of smart habits. Planning, budgeting, and saving money are all small actions that add up to big results.
And small actions are important for learning English too. Practicing 5 minutes every day is better than studying for 3 hours just once a week. Consistency is the key.
Exactly. Small steps, little by little, lead to progress. Saving money, practicing English, or learning a new skill. All of these grow when you do them consistently.
And hobbies help too. For example, reading, cooking, or riding your bike can teach your new vocabulary. Even watching a movie in English is practice.
I agree. I watch English videos about hobbies I enjoy. That way, I learn new words like sports, recipe, music, movie, exercise, and I have fun at the same time.
And remember, your goals don't have to be big. You can save a little money, learn a few new words, or practice English for 10 minutes. Over time, these small actions become big achievements.
That's a very important lesson, and it applies to life in general. Small, smart habits like saving, planning, and practicing create progress.
And even small victories are motivational. For example, Alex adding money to his bicycle jar every day feels small, but 1 month later, the jar is full and ready for a new bike. That's progress.
Yes, and practicing English every day, even for a few minutes, grows your confidence. You start speaking naturally, using new words, and connecting with people.
So today's motivational tip for our viewers is small actions repeated consistently lead to big progress. Saving money, practicing English, or building good habits. It all starts with one small step.
And your vocabulary for this story includes saving, budgeting, goal, hobby, practice, progress, consistency, small action, achievement. Try using these words in your own life and English practice.
That's right. So remember, take small steps every day. Stay motivated and enjoy the process. Progress comes from consistency, and every little action counts.
Exactly. Your weekend can be productive, fun, and full of learning. Save, plan, practice, and watch yourself grow. Wow, Emma, what a great journey today. We talked about work, family, friendship, and personal goals.
So many lessons for our viewers.
Yes, Alex, let's review the key takeaways from our stories so everyone can remember and practice English.
First, we learned that at work, even a small action like sharing a smile, coffee, or a cookie can make the day better. It helps you connect with colleagues and build confidence. Vocabulary words: work, meeting, report, stressed, colleagues, funny.
Second, family moments are perfect for learning English. Even when things go wrong, like mushy pasta or sweet sauce, you can laugh, share feelings, and describe events. Vocabulary words: cooking, dinner, funny, mistake, embarrassed, laugh.
Third, social life and friendships show that small actions can lead to big results. Helping a friend at the supermarket can turn into lasting connections or even a wedding. Vocabulary words: supermarket, meeting, friendship, coffee, laugh, wedding.
Fourth, weekend plans and smart habits teach us about saving, planning, and practicing. Small, consistent actions lead to big progress in life and learning English. Vocabulary words: saving, budgeting, hobby, practice, goal, progress, consistency.
And for English practice, remember these tips. Speak every day, even short sentences. Smile and use confident body language. Practice in front of a mirror. Tell your own stories about work, family, or friends. Use new vocabulary in your sentences.
Yes, and remember, learning English is not just about words. It's about confidence, connecting with people, solving problems, and enjoying life.
So today's challenge for our viewers: pick one small action to practice English today. It could be saying hello, telling a short story, or sharing a laugh with a friend. Small steps make big progress.
And don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Motive English, and share it with your friends. Your support helps us create more lessons and stories for everyone.
We also want to hear from you. Comment below and tell us, what funny moment happened to you at work or with friends? Or what small goal are you saving or practicing for?
Yes, writing your story in English is a great way to practice, and we will read every comment.
Thank you for joining us today. Keep practicing, keep smiling, and remember, every small action is a step toward success, in English and in life.
That's right. See you in the next episode of Motive English. Happy learning!